Yeah, now we're live. Now we're live.
No?
Yeah, now we're
Okay,
live.
we're like,
Okay.
yeah. So,
So yeah,
hello and welcome to We Make Sounds. This is Siddharth.
and I'm Anirudh, and you look different. Like the setup changed, so you look different now.
Wait, what?
Hey, probably we should
What do you mean?
put like Instagram story or something. We're live because no
Ah,
one's gonna
okay,
watch it.
okay.
Like because otherwise, also I don't think people are gonna watch it. But just for formality or something, like yep, we're going live. If people wants to waste their time, like you just drift
Yeah, totally.
drift over to YouTube, like
Yeah, I kind of need the
yo
link in that case.
link.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You shouldn't have told Instagram because like I went right away into like one of the stories of some random person
Oh
instead of like posting something for our own relevance.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
opened my Chrome window and it was full of election stuff, like so I should probably close that. And
Okay.
yeah, I just went there to get the link. How is
Okay.
it?
So like are we doing the story thing?
Yeah, if you want, like yeah, like hey, I'll just like I don't know. You should
I'll
probably
do
do the
it.
story
I'll
thing.
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it like this. And yeah, I'll do it. It's cool.
Yeah,
Um. Wait. What? Okay. Yeah. Mm,
I'll just post the link on the chat. Dude, people can like view a lot of stuff on my screen, and I'm not. I don't think I like it. Like, hey, I'll just
okay.
yeah, I don't know. Like, this is kind of like unfriended for the for the guy who's watching. Like, I just put the it on the chat.
Yeah, I got the link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like which account are we posting it at with?
Good idea. We're probably the official account or something.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
I'll post it on my Instagram as well. Like, I think I have more followers than the official account. So,
Okay. Then I'll do mine too.
like, I'm just gonna take a photo and like,
Totally. Totally.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put a video story or something. Like, is it? You can do that, right? Like,
Yeah, like just yeah, you can. Okay, my internet connection is not allowing me to like send an email to myself.
okay. And we're live. We're doing this live stream of the podcast. Like, so
I know,
check
I
out
know, I know.
on We Make Sounds podcast channel. So yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's literally my story.
Okay, that's great. And yeah, I need that link, and we're wasting a lot of time just on publicity
Yeah,
on live stream.
we should have planned this ahead. Like
We should
this
have
is gonna
planned this ahead
yeah
exactly.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah,
but I don't think we'll do the same like
plan.
mistake for like the next
Yeah, we won't.
episode.
We won't. Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
True.
yeah, and yeah, like did you put the put the story?
I told you my internet connection is not allowing me to send an email
Oh,
because
I'm not.
it's too.
Okay, don't worry. Like you don't need to put the story. Like,
Yeah, I'll do it. It'll just take time. So
yeah. Okay.
let's just yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like Anirudh was like gonna tutor me on CS today.
Yeah.
Cause, cause, cause I am a biomath student and I'm having this crazy decision to like like take CS for undergrad, and like I know like a bit of stuff about like basics of basics, and like
Okay.
you are gonna be my sensei.
You know Python, so like, and you don't whatever. Like you know Python, so that's like enough. Honestly, like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
how it works, right? You know everything, right? Like
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
so
And dude, by the way, in my credit, like I am still like going through that like basic data science course. Remember, like
yeah,
from
like
the
so. I mean, you
IIT
know some
Madras
stuff,
thing.
like you know, like how to write a program where you can
Yeah.
calculate the area, right? Like you know for loop stuff,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Loops.
I do.
So
Yeah,
I think
loop
you are
stuff. Yeah.
like through first semester already. Like
Wait, what?
yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll only teach up until loops or something in the first semester, or at least
Okay, that
that's
for
what.
some reason is like really calming.
Okay, but I don't think they'll be teaching Python. I could be wrong, but yeah,
Yeah,
I hope. I
like
wish I'm not wrong.
I know people who's like doing programs on like like checking out fares and stuff like that on C plus.
Checking out fares, like
You know, like
what?
for like you know, like ticket fares for
Oh,
like
okay.
trains and stuff like that, right?
Oh,
For like first sem.
oh. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
can do that kind of stuff with Python, right? Like you can do that.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
you're like far ahead of the person who doesn't know anything. So like, don't worry about that. Like
Okay.
probably the
So
next.
like dude, what I want is like the utter basics of like how this thing what's happening here.
Okay.
Like I'm getting into this like whole field where like I kind of know stuff and I don't, and like you get me, right?
Yeah. So like, first thing, what do you want to know? Second thing, uh, should we like? Yeah, that's better. What do you want to know? That's much better.
What do you want to know? Okay, dude. Essentially, what am I getting myself into? Like,
Oh,
what
okay.
am I gonna get taught?
Oh
Get it
yeah.
right?
It depends on what are you taking. First thing, like you're doing B.Tech. Like, are you taking B.Tech?
Yeah, Tech.
So I think you'll be learning engineering stuff, but I'm not sure. But most people who take B.Tech learn
Okay.
engineering stuff. So, um,
Hmm.
second, like yeah. So you'll be learning engineering. That's like if you're like purely into CS, that's a big red flag. Okay.
Okay.
So that's
No,
flexing.
I'm just on that story thing.
Okay. Like
Okay, that turned out to be a really bad photo. I'm gonna have to take one more.
okay.
Wait a second. Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like so if you're like are you super into other engineering related stuff like electric and chemistry and stuff? Like
Mm, kinda, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, so like yeah, that B.Tech you gotta learn all the other stuff as well. So that's like a pretty big red flag. If you're not into that, then
Okay.
basically you will learn like logic gates like that's sure it's one semester or the other you learn that. Probably you learn compiler design like I probably yeah most probably you learn compiler design probably at your third or fourth year. Then
Okay.
depending on your school you could have like a project where you actually use APIs like the relevant APIs and make an app or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, like make something super functional.
Okay.
Then you'll probably learn if you're like going to like a really hard school, they might teach you even assembly that you don't.
Wait. There's stuff like hard schools.
I don't know. The thing is like if you're like into like hard school in the sense, if you're like see, I know some schools which teach like assembly and no like in
What's assembly?
assembly is like grandfather of C, let's say. Sri is already like a yearly old guy, and
Okay.
it's not okay. Outdated is like the thing is assembly is freaking hard. That's the problem. The thing is in a lot of languages, like modern day languages, memory management
Hmm.
stuff is like automatically taken care of. Like you don't need to worry about memory management unless you are like in C plus plus or C or assembly or stuff like
Okay.
that. Dude,
Okay.
assembly is the
Okay.
stuff that's after binary. Okay, kind of like yeah, like so yeah, like if you're like really like if you're like an enthusiast, just go learn assembly code. Don't try to build anything with assembly. Just I don't
Dude, like your audio is breaking up, by the way. Okay,
shit.
like
Oh yeah,
really
the
badly.
phone is like in the yeah,
Yeah.
like don't try to. I don't think you'll be able to build a lot of cool stuff with assembly. Like
Hmm.
they could teach you assembly. That's like a potential language that you can learn. Then probably they'll teach you C++. Then probably they'll teach you Java.
Okay.
Then yeah, like that's kind of basically it. Honestly, like you just learn a couple of languages, then you learn. You might learn algorithms like like you might learn like if you are like in a school where they teach you AI and stuff, then you'll learn AI. So if you in order to learn AI, you should need to know like integral equations. You gotta need to know how to solve them. So you will probably learn that as well. You also need to know
Okay.
how to solve multiple like matrix. So you'll
Yeah,
probably learn about that as
matrices.
well. That is only if you are taken into taking AI. Like again, like I don't know the syllabus like of a lot of schools, but I'm trying to guess if what they will teach you if they teach you this subject in CS. You get me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
So
got it.
yeah, uh,
Dude, and by the way, like you are not in like beta computer science, right?
no,
So like how is your course like different from mine?
yeah,
Because
mine
apparently
is
you are
like
in computer science too.
totally different right now because first of all, like in my school, you can't declare your major in the first year. That's a rule. You can't
Yeah,
declare your major
I
in
know.
first year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm technically not in CS. Like,
Hmm.
and for the first year, I don't like, yeah, for the first term, I don't have any class related to CS right now.
Okay.
And so what I did is I just took up a lot of other kind of classes so that I can get credits on them. So that, like, those were required. Like, I had like certain number of arts credit that should be met. Like, I chose BA instead of BSc mainly because you gotta learn some of unnecessary stuff with respect to computer science. These things are unnecessary with respect to computer science, but since if I was actually in a Bachelor of Science degree, like I was in a BSc degree, and then I was like, I thought like, dude, I gotta learn like, some, it was compulsory that I should take some science courses, like certain number of science credits. So I was like,
Hmm.
that's like, I
Hmm.
won't be, I didn't need to use them in my professional career, and I honestly didn't want to learn anything that I don't want to use. So I was like, I just
Okay.
shifted to arts. So arts is more or less like I have like econ, geography, like English and psychology for this term. And
Okay, but like is what like you learn for like computer different from like what I learned?
no, I don't think so. I don't
Like
think so. No,
on and overall it's gonna be like the same stuff, right?
yeah, it's gonna be the same stuff. I don't think they're gonna teach you anything different. They might teach you like some kind of language, like some kind of unusual language or something. That could be the only thing
Okay,
that's.
dude, like I've always had this doubt. Like, um, do you like get like undervalued or like anything like that if you do take like BA computer science?
I have dude. I don't think they'll undervalue BA computer science degrees. I think
Because like I think I read that on Quora somewhere.
yeah,
So
first of all, I stopped reading Quora like a long time ago because some of the things didn't make sense. Second thing, it
okay.
more than the degree, the university matters a lot. Like for
Hmm.
in my school, the companies just come for co-ops, and this is what I heard. Okay, I don't know. Companies just come for co-ops,
Okay.
and anyone can basically apply. And if you qualify the interview, you will like get it. So if you like
Hmm.
didn't take
Cool.
any class in the CS but you still managed to solve that data structures and algorithms problems, you will get it. That I think like that's to my knowledge it works like that. Like they don't come like and ask for yeah this stuff's only for PSC people, this stuff's only for PA people.
Ah,
Like
okay,
they
okay,
don't
okay.
ask like that. They
Hmm.
just come here like yeah we are coming. We need these kind of people, this kind of interns. Whoever is interested can apply. So this that thing it doesn't matter. I
Cool.
don't think it matters at all, honestly. Second thing, I think
Hmm.
if you are looking at brand name, the university matters more than the degree. Like that's the common trend from what I've
Yeah.
observed. So yeah, if you're like in a really good university, but I think then that should like supersede your degree. But honestly, I don't think in
Hmm.
CS like they don't care about the degree. Again, it varies from region to region, but I don't overall I don't think they don't give a shit about all
Hmm.
this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Got it. Hmm. So like another doubt, why is like most of the computer science degrees in like India are like BTech, right?
Yeah,
Why aren't they like BSc?
there is BA. Like there is BSc
There
CS.
is BA.
there is BSc and BA, and one of my other friends, like you know him too, like is in BA, and he's
Yeah,
having the
yeah.
time of his life, honestly. Like in the sense, it's not like he's chilling around all the time. Like he is super into computers, and
Okay.
he only wants to learn about computers. He don't want to learn about anything else. And all they
Mm-hmm.
teach is English, math, and computers. And he only has like one math class in his entire course of his degree, like only in one semester, basically.
Okay.
So like after the semester, he doesn't have math; it's just English and CS. So he's like really happy. So I don't think you'll have that kind of luxury if you are in, say, like B.Tech, because you gotta learn about all these other subjects. It's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
pretty weird. And I'm pretty sure in India things are like really freaking messed up. Like people, dude, this guy, right? Like I mentioned about like the PA guy. He said that like
Mm.
a lot of people don't know what they're getting into when they say P-Tech CS. Like they are not like super into programming or like CS in general. They just in it for the money. Like he just like
Okay.
he just the thing is he said like there are a couple of people in his class who joined CS only because they noticed that when the pandemic happened, CS people still had their jobs. So like so, so like
Okay.
job security, like people, I think
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people get into CS for other stuff rather than pure interest. It's pretty messed up,
Yeah.
honestly.
True. True. True.
And that's like the bad thing about CS is if you're not into CS, yeah, you're gonna get fricked. Like honestly, if you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like you will get a shit ton of errors when you write code. Just
No.
you will
Mm-hmm.
get, no matter how great programmer you're, like you will get a
Yeah,
shit ton of
I
errors.
know, bro.
It's
Like
guaranteed.
you remember, like when I started out like learning Python, you remember me telling you that I was fed up after like a week of
Yeah,
class because
yeah, because
I couldn't get the stuff correct on Jupyter notebook.
yeah, dude, don't do that. Like you will get
Yeah,
shit ton of
but dude,
errors.
like you were right. Like I kind of did like go through it. It was my mistake. So yeah.
Yeah, like you need some serious motivation, in the sense you need to like the stuff in order to
Yeah.
excel at CS. I mean,
Mm.
like I like that plays like a huge factor. 1 minute, I
Mm-hmm.
just pretty awkward. I just need to
Yeah.
close the door of my
Yeah.
system. Literally.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. And I is walking away was cool right now.
Okay, that was pretty weird, and I
Yeah.
think some kind of audio got picked up. Like I'm sorry. Dude, I'm
Okay.
just gonna check
I
whether.
don't think so, but
By the way, no one's watching the stream right now.
but still the video is gonna be there.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
are you like? Can you just check whether like my audio is like audible
yeah, yeah,
from like the stream? Because like remember I'm using like my
yeah,
the
yeah. Oh, just
laptop mics.
1 minute. Just like
I'll do it like this. And
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
it
put a
rarely get like
video
something.
story or your something. Audio is fine, dude. Your audio is fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like
Um.
yeah, you need serious motivation for CS.
Yeah, motivation for CS. And like what kind of language is it like? Not like what kind of like is it like the same languages that are taught like throughout every CS course or like
Again, that depends on the CS course. Like, dude, if you know one language, most of the time you're fine. Like, in the sense, if you start with something like Matlab, where they start arrays in array indexing at 1 instead of 0, yeah, that's like some messed up stuff. In the sense, in
okay.
most of the languages, they start array indexing at 0. Like, this is 3
Mm-hmm.
in CS.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
this is 4, this is 5, this is 1,
Mm.
this is 2, this is
Mm.
3. So, but
I
for
know. Yeah.
MATLAB, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. MATLAB is like humans. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
like,
MATLAB is normal.
yeah, MATLAB is crazy. It's just, yeah,
Okay.
it's weird. Like, so if you, there will be some differences like that. Then there will be
Mm.
differences in language structures, in the sense, for instance, like, uh, just take the example of Java. You know how a Java code is written?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, have you seen a Java code? Like public.
Have you seen a what?
Have you seen like Java code?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So you know that
Yeah.
inside everything is inside the class, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's not like for other language. There's like starts from public static void main. Void main is literally
Mm-hmm.
inside the class. That's not
Oh,
how
okay.
languages work. Like C++, dude, even in Python, you def main, like
Mm.
def main is like a function, right? You don't use def
Yeah,
main
it
in
is.
Python, but still,
No, you don't. Yeah.
yeah. And you don't necessarily have to put def main inside a class, right? Like if you want to print the hello world, you don't even use def main, honestly. You just type print it.
True, true,
But
true.
take the case of even take the case of C++. You just declare a function and then you just
Mm.
write print hello world, like cout, sorry, cout hello world.
Yeah, yeah. True.
Um, yeah, that's like, so the thing is, in Java, everything is wrapped around the class. Like most of the things are wrapped around the class, and
Oh, okay.
like the entire language is structured based on which class is the main inside the Java program. Like
Oh, okay, okay.
you get me, right?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Like Java is like normal programming language goes like this. Like you write the code, compiler, compiler converts
Hmm.
it into output. Okay, simple procedure.
Yeah, yeah,
Java,
yeah.
on the other hand, you write the Java code. So inside, and suppose you have multiple classes in your single Java file. Whichever class has the
Hmm.
main function, if your code compiles successfully, like you will generate a dot class file, you'll generate a binary file or a dot class file extension file on the name of
Hmm.
that class. So
Hmm.
if I had like say two classes, one of them was like class Siddharth, which had the main function, and then class Anirudh, like no main function. So if I
Yeah.
compile it, like it'll generate a file that is Siddharth.class,
Oh, okay, okay.
and
Got it, got it.
that Siddharth.class will also include the stuff of Anirudh as well, Anirudh class as well,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and that dot class file will be interpreted to give the outcome. So there's like two different processes happening instead of one.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I
So
got it, I
like
got it.
there are some differences on what happens in the background. Like another thing is in Python, one like in Python the syntax is like crazy in the sense, again, a lot of I could get a lot of hate for saying this, but the lack of curly braces is not really cool for me. Like I didn't find it
Yeah.
really cool.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, that's like a pretty big deal. Like you can get errors, like weird errors for like adding tab and space together. Then
Okay.
Python is like a very slow language, like freaking slow language. Like you know this, right? Like I wrote
Yeah,
Python
I
code,
do.
my
I
PC
do.
didn't compile,
Yeah.
I sent
Yeah.
it. Like so you know what the response, like it's basically because Python was like baked on top of C, so like it just that's like turns into C and turns into Python. So like
Yeah, exactly,
it's
exactly.
just it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort as well. Like it takes like puts a lot of pain on your processor as well. But the thing is that pain is like very small compared to the modern processors. Like if you have like a 1 gigahertz processor, like you can run like it's fine. Like, but the thing is like in theory takes more pain on the processor compared to C, which is
Hmm.
like
Hmm. Hmm.
very fluid. Like C is like the best programming language because
Okay.
it's scalable. It's like infinitely scalable. Infinitely is not like a great word, but still it's very
Okay.
scalable. Like that's because it is built for programming microprocessors. Like that's
Hmm.
what
Hmm. Hmm.
language is built for. And honestly, I don't think it'll go out of date because it's even Linux and stuff is written on C. Anything you want to scale anything, you should write it on C. That's it. You
Oh,
can't
okay.
write
Yeah.
something that you can scale on Python because again it takes see this small variation in processing power, like when you consider like very large, we consider it a very large system that takes up a lot of processing
Hmm.
power.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, that's bad because we might not have that kind of resources for that kind of processing power, so we need to write in a more efficient way. So like my point with all this was
Okay.
like each programming language is different. Like they
Hmm.
all
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
a pros and cons. So you can't like in the sense you will learn stuff which is like really similar in almost all
Hmm.
programming languages, but behind the scene they are different. But you'll be able to get stuff done. If you know JS,
Okay,
you'll be able to
like
get more
what
stuff
if like this is like a scenario like where like you've learned for example Python and like where like you've got to go work like they use C over there. What do you do then?
done. Yeah, you gotta see. That's it. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, okay, learn C. Hmm.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's like, dude. If you get a job to do C, then that if you're like really proficient in Python, first of all, I don't think they'll apply for that job in the C unless they're like freaking
Okay.
desperate or something. Like the thing
Hmm.
is,
Hmm.
Python and C are used for different stuff. Python is used for like data analysis. That's mainly what it's used for. Then
Hmm.
you can make apps with Kiwi. I don't think people do that really, but a lot of people do that really. Yeah, data analysis, just
Okay.
data stuff Python. You don't do data stuff with C++. Like, dude, in Python, they have like a lot of libraries for NLPT, AI, data, like this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So, NLP data Python, this kind of stuff, they don't have libraries for that in C. So,
Okay.
if you are proficient in Python, there's a high chance that you'll be specialized in one of these three,
Hmm.
and
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
you will only apply to jobs in this area where they don't use C. C is
Okay, got it, got it.
used in like in a different field, like closely related to the processor, like building an operating system or something like that, like from the ground
Okay.
up.
Yeah. 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 Okay, so like C is kind of like a language where like pretty much anything is like can be done
Anything
if you work
scalable.
on it, I guess.
Yeah, like it's really
Yeah,
difficult.
scalable. Exactly.
C is really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the sense, it's not as easy as Python. It's fine.
Uh,
Like there are like a lot of again,
what
like
are
I
like
said, yeah.
some of like the instances where like we can run into trouble like when programming?
Yeah, first thing is like your PC died. That's like a really sad,
Yeah.
sad situation. My own PC just died. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sad about that, but okay. That's
he was
like,
a good boy.
yeah, like your PC dying. Second, debugging. Debugging is like really, it's not that great.
But like aren't there like for example like in Visual Studio, remember, right?
Yeah, there's a debugger, but I don't think a lot of people
Yeah.
use that. And second, like,
Why though?
because it's difficult to use. Like, no, I don't think a lot of people use debugger. Like, they just manually debug their code. Like, Visual Studio just
Uh,
gives you where the errors
so
are.
like people actually go through like thousands of lines of code by themselves. Oh god.
Yeah, you get paid a lot. You get a lot of money for doing this. like, 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 you get,
Okay.
you get, dude, 1,000 line of code is not really long. Okay, honestly, it's not very long.
Tens of thousands,
10,000 is not really long, honestly. Like, dude,
100,000.
yeah, that's pretty long, but still 10,000 is like,
Yeah.
not that long. But like people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if the error is like, because of if you use like a shitty IDE, that IDE
Okay.
is gonna like, yeah, that IDE is gonna freak you, dude. Like, I don't know, it's just, that's why I stopped using IDEs. IDE is still not that great. I manually program on Notepad now. I compile them on CMD. I manually write.
Okay.
I deleted Visual Studio. I've
Hmm.
been programming on IDEs for the past 5 years, and CMD is the best. CMD is the best command. Like, you get actual errors which actually make sense. Like, CMD's errors are like, yeah, dude, this line you didn't put a semicolon over that. That's why the errors. Okay. ID, illegal use of operation. What the fuck is that? Like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Like,
You
illegal. What
sweat.
the fuck? Like, dude, like, you
Okay.
get weird errors in the sense, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
especially like I had like really bad experiences with JetBrains. Like, I have
With what?
JetBrains. It's an ID, JetBrains.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I know that.
JetBrains and PyCharm was fine, but some of the errors
Hmm.
didn't make sense. Then some of the
Okay.
some of the code that worked on PyCharm, when I send it to you, it didn't work on VS Code. Like, that was pretty
Okay.
funny. You remember, like, I put something like, P is equivalent to 1. PyCharm's like, dude, you can't do that. So I'm like, okay, P is equivalent to 1. And 1 is equivalent to K, like K is equivalent to 1. If P is equivalent to K, do this. I wrote weird logic like that so that PyCharm went like cool. You remember, like, when we worked on
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
thing? I
I
used to write
do. I do.
weird logic so that PyCharm is like really happy and compile stuff, like interprets. It was in Python, like, and VS Code was
Yeah,
like,
I do remember. I do remember that.
VS Code was like, what the hell is this? Like, it used to literally show that, it used to underline like all these kinds of like, yeah,
Yeah,
this
I
code is
remember. I remember.
like, this code has no
This is wrong.
effect.
This is wrong. This stuff's wrong. This
Like,
stuff's wrong.
it used to give messages like warnings like, this code has no effect. Like, it has no effect at all. Some crazy lunatic
Yeah.
wrote this, like, so like, yeah, if you switch from IDE to another IDE, like, weird errors happen and stuff like that. But if you're using Python, use an IDE. Like, just because that the tab space thing, you will get like a lot of errors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just IDE is just.
And dude, like, does like having a proper PC actually like affect your programming,
Probably
or
if
is that like a
compile
myth?
anything with an 8 gigs of RAM is fine, honestly. And like, depends on your task. Like, if you're like into video game development, 8 gigs of RAM is not enough. But if you're like
Yeah.
into like, if you just want to learn programming, your phone is fine, but like, get a PC. PC is better. Like,
Yeah, got it. Like online IDs are pretty dumb, right?
there is one like that I like. There is like, actually there would be 3, no, 2. Let's say 2. There is
Okay.
this, right? Like, we checked that out. That Indian company. Should I forgot his name?
What is it called?
Decoder.
Yeah, decoder. Yeah,
Yeah,
decoder.
yeah, like Decoder. Like, now they're fast. Okay, now they're like pretty fast. Like, remember that day, like, when we checked it out, it was like super freaking slow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
like,
Yeah.
now Decoder is fast. And like, then there is this one, Solo Learn, right? They have an IDE, right? That's
Oh
actually
yeah, the one on the app, right?
yeah,
That's pretty
that's
cool.
actually pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
better
actually
than the
pretty cool. Yeah, I
Decoder
agree.
one, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool IDE. But again, use Notepad. That's enough. And if you want if you want highlighted text, use Notepad++. That's more than enough. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, just that's, you get logical errors. That's what you want. Logical errors is better than fancy design. And by the way, you know this guy called Ben Awad? Like, shout out to this guy. Can I share the
Okay.
screen?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You are allowed to like. Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. I was gonna share the screen on Zoom, like, but
Okay.
the screen is already being shared on Streamlabs. So that doesn't make any
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm typing with one hand right now. So yeah.
Dude,
Oh, you can't see shit. I'm sorry.
no, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. It's just that like your email address, it's not there. Right?
Oh yeah. Let me check. No, it's not that. So yeah.
Okay.
The audience.
The idea behind algorithm-style coding interview questions
I accidentally
is
played
they
this
are
video.
very hard on purpose, and they help.
Okay. Yeah, Ben Awad. Ben Awad, pretty cool guy. Like, not pretty cool. He's like a freaking cool guy. He built stories for VS Code. Like, he just built an extension, and which allows you to post stories on VS Code, like kind of like Instagram. Not kind of exactly like Instagram stories.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that was pretty cool. And he used everything Microsoft, like all the tech stack. And hey, by the way, if you are like, dude, what's your interest in CS? Like, what do you want to do in CS?
I don't know.
Like,
I haven't done anything major in order, like, all the stuff I've done is like that significant is with you, nothing else. So I don't know.
Like, you want
I
to
have
build
to
apps, like you want to work on AI, like, just that's pretty
I don't know honestly. Like, to be honest, I want to start working on something so that, like, as you said, like, I can find out my interest or something like that. But
yeah,
like,
work on something. That's important.
yeah, I haven't done not that many projects. So like, I've only done like some basic ones from like the Python, the course, and like
Oh.
the ones with you. That's it.
Yeah, like I mean, if you're dude, I just tell. Are you interested in AI or like data science or something? Because you can use those things.
Yeah, I am.
Then use Python. Just
Yeah,
you
but
can. Yeah, go on.
dude, but like I kind of got like another doubt. Like, remember that I'm doing that data science course.
Yeah.
Yeah, from there, like, why the computational thing? There's like a subject called computational thinking, and like, oh yeah, by the way, I want to tell you, like, the credits are not transferable. Okay?
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I have like the computational thinking course, and like, what they're teaching us right now are like algorithms.
Yeah.
So, uh, is that supposed to be like that?
Yeah. So
It's like
based on
the ultra
I
basic
just
basics, right?
I just like saw one question and I liked it. I liked that approach because you are not learning any programming language. You're just learning how like a computer thinks. That's actually
No, I haven't learned anything. No.
like you learned about if the difference between and or and all those kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's there in most of the languages. So like
Hmm.
you
So
that
like what they're doing is like teaching at like the grassroots level and like bringing it up, I guess.
I think so. But again, I just saw one question, so
Yeah, assumptions.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just I think that was like pretty cool. And then like yeah, obviously you learn more about logic gates and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and by the way, when does your classes begin? Like semester start?
I have absolutely no idea.
Can I assume it to be 2021 because it's like already
No,
November?
it'll probably begin before that too.
Whoa, like you begin like December?
November and December probably.
Oh, that's like so you gotta like do you have to like move to the? Is it gonna be online?
No, 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 I don't. It's online.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that was pretty early. Like that's really early, honestly. Like in the
Yeah.
sense,
Dude, like colleges are like some colleges are already having like midterm exams and stuff like that. So
yeah. But the
yeah.
thing is, you just had the allotment, right? It's your
Yeah,
allotment
that
just
is
got
true.
over.
Like, dude, like all the admission thing stuff will be like over by the 20th.
Oh, okay.
So 20th or at probably December, like classes will begin.
Mhm. So do
Because
you
like
guys?
the guidance by UGC is that like everything has to be like all the admission stuff has to be done before November 30th.
So like, will you have to like say, um, I had a question. I just instantly forgot what it was. Like, yeah, I can't remember. It'll come up later.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that was just weird. And dude, like, again, just work on projects. That's like the biggest thing. And
Yeah,
it
I will.
depends
I
on
have to. Yeah.
what you wanna do. Like, if you wanna build, and like, yeah, like I don't know, Michael Reeves, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Yes,
Michael
that
Reeves
guy's
is
really
like
cool.
really cool. Like he's like promotes CS honestly. Yeah, you can
Mm-hmm.
build cool
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, but probably like it depends upon the what you're using because some
Hmm.
needs C, some needs the Arduino language. Is
Yeah.
Arduino language called Arduino language? It's actually, I'm
I
pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure
don't.
it is Arduino language. Okay, I'm typing with one
I'm
hand.
sorry. Like I was like kind of distracted. I was looking at like the Instagram thing.
Oh,
If we got any email.
oh, dude, it's officially called Arduino language.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
It's
No,
called the Arduino language.
The Arduino language is actually pretty much simple. In my honest, like really simple.
Like, like, is it because of the libraries? Like, what? Why did you think it was simple? Like, what made
I don't know. Everything just seemed so simple when he
it
explained
like?
it to me.
Like, dude, again, this is not like a threatening question. Like, what do you think is simple? It's like,
No, no, it's
if
because like, dude, we made that project like where like we took inputs from like some stuff and like made move servers with it. So all the inputs were like you know, easily analyzable. So
Like what was the
like
command? Like, did you have to like give a preprocessor
for
command?
example, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot what we used. It was like one of those light resistors that like gives out an electrical value like depending upon how much light like hits on the surface.
Like,
I
did
forgot what
you
it is called.
import any
Uh,
libraries?
no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's
Oh,
dude, there's like stuff inbuilt for this.
oh, okay, cool.
So like essentially like it'll give you like a number ranging from like 3,000 to like 10,000, where like 3,000 is like no light and 10,000 is like maximum light. So what you can do is like if you get those to like the you know, like the topmost and like least value, what you can do is like ask the bot to like move the server at like 3,000 to like 5,000 and then like stop it at like 7,000. Get it right?
Yeah.
So like essentially it move upon up like depending upon like the light entering, light hitting on the level. So
Oh,
I
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's actually pretty cool in the sense that you just figured out the logic of that. Like, once you figure
Yeah,
out the
and like
logic.
all the code stuff was like pretty simple too, because I remember like explaining like a lot of it during our practical exams, physics.
And my practical
Yeah,
exam was like the simplest one. Like,
I know.
yeah, we basically did it in like an afternoon. Dude, in that afternoon, one of us, like, one of the guy in my team, he just like broke the thermometer, and we had to like go to the store and buy the thermometer, and still we were able to do it
Nice,
in 2 hours or something. Like, in the sense, it took us some time.
nice.
Subtracting the time we took us to buy the new thermometer, but like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it was pretty cool. Dude, first of all, I didn't think it was this simple. Okay? And
Okay.
like in the mid of April or something, I was like, shit, this is like kindergarten level stuff. Like, just measure the temperature of magnets. That's all what we're doing. Like, we're doing like the
Yeah, I
easiest
know.
stuff. Like, and then yeah, it was kind of fun. And like, eventually only, yeah, there was one guy in my group, like, who didn't do anything for this project. He only like,
Okay.
you know who the guy is. I've told you before. I
I
don't want
know.
to say his name. Like,
I know.
like, and then he bought like his only contribution was the dairy milk silk that he bought, that everyone shared. Like, that was his like contribution, and we were like recording to send it to our like physics teacher. Like, and this guy
Yeah.
played music on his phone, like, blasted. Like,
Nice.
it was damn the recording. That was it. Yeah, we had to
Nice.
re-record and stuff. It was kind of pretty stupid, dude. First, anyway, it was like honestly pretty fun. First, we tried it with a regular thermometer. Like, we just touched it in like, I think it would be probably like 110 degrees Celsius, something like boiling pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just started, and thermometer just flew like, like its range was
Oh,
like, dude. That's because it was not like a laboratory thermometer. It was like just
okay. Yeah.
medical shop thermometer. It was just like its range was like probably maxed out at like 50 degrees Celsius or something. The thing just
Mm-hmm.
blew up.
Yeah.
Like, it was epic.
Okay.
Yeah, like we had the least amount of
Okay.
work. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys did like something like really, really cool, right? Like solar, like,
You know, that
solar
technology is pretty
robot.
much irrelevant.
Solar
Um,
robot.
Solar tracker. It's a real thing, but it's irrelevant. Like, you know that CL like question, the airport like has the
Yeah.
solar panels, right?
Mhm.
I think like it's like mostly operated by solar panels, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
one of
they
them.
have this technology, like the solar tracker technology. Essentially, like the solar panel actually follows the sun while it's like moving. Like it improves like the the amount of electricity produced.
Mhm.
But the thing with it is operating costs are actually like in case of like CL is actually pretty high. So like they just keep it at this one stationary angle and not change it. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty shitty, honestly. Like that's
Yeah, I
because
know.
like I mentioned,
It's not worth it. Like in our case, like we use like a power bank to charge like the power the whole thing. So like it was like a 2000 milliamp hour small power bank. So uh, but in case of like those large panels, they need like strong motors and stuff, right? We use like teeny tiny servers.
yeah, but
So
you gotta if it doesn't change according to the variation of the sun, then why do we need the motor for that? Like honestly, like
yeah, that's what I said. Like they don't use it. It just exists.
yeah, that's pretty
So
bad. Like
yeah.
yeah, like
Wait, this is what I heard. Okay, I'm not exactly sure.
oh
Like
yeah,
one
yeah,
of my
yeah, yeah,
uncles
yeah.
told me this.
Yeah. Like, yeah, put it out there. If they actually use this, you're like,
Yeah, if they actually do use it, I'm sorry.
that's actually that'll be pretty epic. Like, if they actually use it, that'll be really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
and yeah, being diverted a bit.
uh,
And
like,
dude, you're stuck. Oh, okay, no, you're not. You were stuck. And yeah, like, is there anyone else who's like, who you knew is going take is taking CS?
um, I think I'm not exactly sure, but like, I know like a few people. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say their name, but I know like a lot of people who, like you said, like I think they chose computer science because of like the pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of people are there for the cloud. I know that. Like,
Yeah, and like because a lot of like people from like Ajay's college, like we can
yeah,
say
yeah,
his
yeah,
name
yeah.
because he came on the podcast. Like they're like around I think 40% of like the people in CS in their college was actually like from biomaths.
Oh,
So I was like, what?
dude. Honestly speaking, you don't need a computer science background to go to computer science. It's just like
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. It's overhyped. Honestly, if you can
yeah,
learn that
kinda.
stuff in a week, to be
Yeah.
honest, okay, just don't do anything else for a week. Just focus only on CS you learned in a week, and don't like once you learn it, don't like just put it away. Just
Stop.
yeah, just
Right?
just don't put that away for later or something. Just continue to work on projects. That's just fine.
Hmm.
But there is also see the thing with that is like a lot of people say Python is like a cool language to start, but you won't learn like a lot of you know cool stuff if you start with Python because those stuff you're
Mm-hmm.
spoon feeding. Python, there's a lot of spoon feeding in Python. You won't know what happens behind the scenes. Like especially the syntax
Yeah.
is like all fun and games. Like you know, yeah, it's just. But still,
Hmm.
like I don't think it's biomath CS. It's not gonna make a big difference.
I don't know. I just thought
Dude,
it was
like
like
I'm pretty sure
interesting.
I don't know the exact amount or something, but I'm pretty sure in my school most of the people who are CS didn't know CS like prior to coming to the school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just more than like
Yeah. It's not probably most of the people. It's a lot of people from like our school.
our school like people shifted to CS.
Yeah. No, like bro, not like that. Like when they like took CS, like they probably didn't know like what was happening.
Yeah, I know that. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people in my class. Dude, one of my friends, right, like I did the experiment is he still has no idea what the shit happens. Like how does stack and queue work and stuff like that guy doesn't know. And like but he's
Wow.
like I mean, I think towards the end he kind of learns that, but I don't know. That guy's like a pretty weirdly fascinating guy. It's like he just, in the sense, dude, I'm pretty sure he didn't like open his book after the lockdowns, like with the exams. But yeah, I don't know about. Honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about. But still, like,
Okay.
yeah. I'm certain that like a lot of people, some people. Okay, I shouldn't say this.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who are not, who are in CS for the money. Like I'm certain they are in it for the
Okay.
money.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
and there are actually memes about that as well. Like, I just
Okay.
started Instagram, so like on my explore page, like SpongeBob memes are like, "Hey, what motivated you to take CS?" And then like the starfish dude is like, "Money." Like, yeah, it's just and
Okay.
there are like a lot of CS based memes like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, no, I'm not sorry. Yeah, I am sorry. Am I sorry? No. Yeah, it's just that like I kind of like got a notification about like the degree thing. Like
Oh,
they're doing some
cool.
kind of course like right now. So I just want to like check it out. What's
Yeah, sure,
happening?
sure. Sure.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's no screen sharing or anything
Um,
involved. And we still are at like 0 viewers. Dude, we talked a lot about CS, honestly. Like, do you want to like
okay.
talk
Okay. Who's
about.
Rajesh Kumar?
Who's Rajesh Kumar? Who the heck is that? Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
It's
shouldn't
like.
say heck. Sorry, Rajesh Kumar. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just English, like it's English course, and it's
Oh
live. I have no
man.
way.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
So
gonna
is
attempt.
that your professor or something?
Yeah, that was my professor. Yes.
Okay. Tell him I'm sorry or something. I mean,
I don't think he knows about our channel, so.
I was just being, I don't know.
I know, bro. I
Yeah,
know.
I felt really creepy
Yeah.
for doing that. It was like a
Don't
natural
explain your
instinct.
joke. That's
Like,
weird then.
dude, it wasn't a joke. It was a natural instinct. Dude, like, I got weird yesterday. Like I told you in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
I
weird
remember.
yesterday, and then I saw that scene last year from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because it's just so cool. And then,
I still haven't seen that film.
man, you
I
gotta
still
watch it.
haven't seen
You
that
have to
film.
watch it, dude. I've seen that last scene more than like 10 times now. Like,
Okay. No,
like,
like I know, cause like whenever like we're screen sharing, I kind of see like in your search, like the last thing you search was like on someone
oh
time
shit.
Hollywood. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I saw it yesterday, and then Brad Pitt has not Brad Pitt, like the guy who's like there's like I'm not spoiling anything. That one guy
Yeah.
just literally say who the okay I'm okay. I don't think, dude. If I quote someone swearing, is it like swearing? Is it
I
equivalent
don't
to me
know.
swearing?
Yeah,
I
I don't
already
think so.
swore on earlier, so I think it's
Yeah.
fine. One
Yeah.
guy just said, "Who
Yeah.
the fuck's that?" And like it's like really funny because that guy's like super freaking high, like on LSD or
Okay.
some shit, and like
Okay.
and like Brad Pitt, who is also freaking high, is like, "That's Francesca."
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Okay,
similarly.
dude. I'm gonna see the film. I know.
Yeah, yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, again, see the
We
film.
drifted a lot off topic.
Yeah, that's because the professor thing came and I was like, who the heck's that? Like, I just got reminded, inspired by Once Upon a Time in
Okay.
Hollywood. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like, dude, we didn't talk about a lot of stuff, honestly. Like,
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I said we didn't, but yeah, it's
Oh, we didn't.
like we did
Oh,
talk
okay.
about like, what did we say? Like, jobs and
No,
stuff.
like I kind of thought it was like useful because, as I
Okay. No,
said.
I'm not saying this podcast was useless or something. The thing is, like, there are like a lot
Yeah.
more cool
Yeah.
stuff that I think is cool. So, proper, like, 50-50
Mm-hmm.
actually being
Yeah.
cool. So, like, that is like potential CS topics. Like,
Yeah.
say, I don't know. Like, this is like one big thing. Like, which programming language should I learn in 2020? That doesn't make sense. Like again, if you're like monetary benefits, learn JavaScript. Like learn
Okay.
JavaScript and just like run APIs. Like depending on what job you get. Like because not
Mm-hmm.
APIs, sorry, libraries. Because almost you can do anything in JavaScript. Like JavaScript has reached its at this point where anything is possible. Like almost anything is possible. Like front end, back end, data. Like dude, there are like memes like every like there is this Africa meme like like every 60 seconds a minute passes in Africa. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like every 60 seconds a framework of JavaScript gets released.
Oh,
There was
okay.
like a shit ton of frameworks for JavaScript. You can do anything with it. Like you can build apps. You can do
Yeah.
front. It's just super duper flexible. And it's just then Svelte API also came out like a couple of months. Yeah, check out my Instagram bio. I have like a joke about Svelte API. Like to the one person watching because we're taking CS.
Okay.
You get it, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So like you wanna end the
Yeah.
episode like it's like 55 minutes now or like
Yeah, cool.
so
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening / watching. I'll obviously be downloading this video and putting like the audio version. So and it's gonna sound pretty stupid if I'm correct.
why? Yeah, like
Because our mic setup's really bad. That's why.
yeah, but the audio being recorded is from your PC, like not the one from your phone.
I guess so. Yeah.
Not
But
I guess so.
yeah.
Like it's whatever comes out. My internal audio is being recorded, so your voice is
Yeah.
my internal audio. So
Oh yeah,
that's
that
the
is
stuff I'm
true.
hearing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that seems pretty fine. So I think it's
Oh, okay. Then it's cool. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, check out our other episodes on YouTube, Spotify, TuneIn,
Yeah, like
Apple Podcast.
yeah,
Actually,
Apple Podcast.
yeah, and Breaker. Yeah.
Yeah, Breaker.
So,
You're bigger on Breaker
yeah.
than anything.
Yeah. So yeah, and check out our Instagram and Twitter at WeMakeSounds34. Also check out our Facebook page, and we have LinkedIn. Yeah, check out our page on LinkedIn too. And
Yeah. Thank you guys.
So thank you guys.
Listening / watching. Have a great day.
Yeah, peace.